Hello. Hello and welcome to Baku, where you join me on this sunny day. I'm Jack Bailey, I'll be your commentator today for Ero F5 round 8 of season 7. A couple of drivers serving qualifying bans today, Verova being one of them and the other one being Roninosaurus, otherwise known as T-Rex. So they'll probably just do one outlap, come back in the pits and retire the car. Any more than that and they'll be breaking the rules and get disqualified from the race, and they'll still have to serve it next week as well. So a few drivers gone out early then. Want to get a nice banker lap in before the carnage. Place your bets now on the first person to bin it in qualifying. Should have a vote on that really in the comments. That would be fun. Verova has decided to retire in the pits, serving his qualifying ban. Well done. So almost all drivers now actually coming out the pits. There's a little bit of traffic in sector 1 with I think Elliot Parker at the front of the train going out on the mediums to start with. I think we've had a crash already in Milank has crashed his first race this season. He's got serious problems here, can't get through the castle section. Away he goes. So the first person to crash was Milank. Has he got front wing damage? It doesn't look like it. Maybe he'll be coming in to get a new front wing. So I think the first driver coming up to the finish line is Webb. We'll stay on board with him and watch him around the lap. This guy, a very consistent driver. Been a bit unlucky in a few races, involved in a few incidents which haven't been his fault. We see him take turn 1 quite nicely, rides the curb a little bit on the exit. Into turn 2, be nice and steady. I think this lap, everyone just wanted to get a banker lap in on this tricky street circuit, where very easy to find yourself in a wall. Oh, just glanced the wall there, but absolutely fine. When it comes to end sector 1. 35.5. I think that's a nice steady banker. I think to start the day. Fairly quick drivers, Webb. I think he finished P4 last race after a pretty good drive. I think he's yet to get a podium, but that might change here if he keeps it on the track and everyone else throws it off the circuit and into the wall, and he might stand a good chance to get his first podium. So Sackboy's lost it. Who had Sackboy? Someone must have bet Sackboy lose it first. Anyone? Let's see what he's done. Interesting. I can't really tell, to be honest. But yes, he's the first to lose it, unfortunately, in Baku qualifying without even setting a time. So Webb rounds the final corner onto the pit straight. DRS almost wide open. Coming to the DRS zone now. Let's see what time he can do. It's a 142.2, which I have to be honest is fairly slow. I think that will be beaten fairly easily. We're sort of looking in the low 139s, maybe creep into the 138s if someone puts a really good lap in. There we go, 139.4 with the Geodude. Pretty decent lap for him, as the times will start to come in here, as Stevie has already invalidated his lap, which is interesting. I think one of the Elliot Parker's having problems at turn 2. I think he's missed his braking point and gone straight on. So this is out lap actually. So that's unfortunate for him. It's Villeneuve trying to set time on the mediums. He goes 141.1. Not too bad on the mediums actually. Certainly be looking to improve on that later on in the softs, I would say. Unless he wants to start on the mediums, of course, which is entirely possible. Yeah, so far the times aren't really coming in too quickly. Nestex put it onto P2, Elgard in P3 at the moment, but I feel like there'll be a lot more drivers in the 39s by the end of this session. Certainly Elgaard's capable, probably Villeneuve as well. Yeah, Stevie might be the man to beat again. This is another yellow flag in Sector 1. I think one of the Alpha Tauris has gone off somewhere. Not to worry. So Nestek not pushing. Elliot Parker on an outlap on the mediums. His own words, he says he'll be a front runner if he can attend all the races. So let's see what he can do this week. I think last week he got lapped in Portimao. Didn't quite work out for him. Be hoping to prove himself right, I think, in Azerbaijan. As he goes to start his lap now on the medium tyre. Sends it into turn 1, doesn't run very wide, he's not carried much speed through there. Into turn 2 now, quite heavy on the brakes again, he's been pretty safe here, he's not getting very close to the wall at all, as there's a yellow flag in sector 3, I think, as Stevie just goes slowly, just to prepare for his lap and give himself a bit of space with the Alpha Tauri ahead. And behind, actually, is in Alpha Tauri sandwich, he won't like to be there. A bad memory from last season. Certainly coming to the surface for him, I'm sure. So here he goes then, he crosses the line. There's a 139.4 and that's provisional pole by fine margins. A decent lap from Stevie. Probably will improve next lap. I say, yeah, low 139s, maybe into the 138s. I'd love to see someone go into the 138s here. That'd be pretty special, I think. So let's catch back up with Elliot Parker on the medium tyres, see what he can do. Strategy for the race, you can probably just about stretch a soft medium, or medium soft of course, one stop, but it will be very sketchy at the end of both stints. The 2 stops more realistic, especially with potential safety cars, as we see another driver have problems. I think it's probably Isfod, wasn't it? No, it wasn't Isfod, there's another one. Shade Maps, oh no, sorry, Shade Maps has gone. So yeah, Shade Maps has binned it. He's only set at 142.4, so he weren't very pleased with that one. Because there's a car getting out of the way quite nicely, don't know who that is. I think it's probably Nestek on his outlap, as Elliot Parker would only manage a 142.1. Isfod's about to cross the line. No, he's not. He's about to pit, I think. So, Verova and T-Rex serve their... T-Rex not retired, but he won't be coming out again. Serve their qualifying bans. And, yeah, gives people opportunity to start ahead. Does give them free choice of strategy, of course, so they'll be pleased with that, and maybe start on a different set of tyres. They certainly have a lot of fresh tyres for the race. Might work in their favour, actually, if there's a lot of safety cars. Which, let's be honest, there probably will be. Last season in F5, we had 20 start the race, a full grid, and only 6 finished. There's a little bit of rain towards the end, but most of the drivers had smashed into the wall prior to the rain. And the Red Bull driver, Chaka, decided to put in a great performance and won by an absolute country mile. I think it was about 40 seconds he won by last season. It's pretty big winning margin. So yeah, I'm sure we'll see a lot of people in the wall today. Hopefully it doesn't disrupt the racing too much. But it is Baku. I'm afraid that is going to happen. A few slow cars everywhere. Milank's it's a Geodude behind Lee Webb. He'll be wanting to have a bit more of a gap, I think. So I think Nestek's on a hot lap, so we'll stick with him. He'll be wanting the Alfa Romeo Swiss stack to get out of his way in front. He's gone purple in sector 1. certainly be wanting Swiss Stack to get out of the way. It's coming up to a section of the track where it's difficult to do so. So we're wanting to see Swiss Stack here completely get out of the way. He's not, he's carried on. So he's got to get on with it without impeding. He needs to jump out of the way here, does Swiss Stack, unless he's on a hot lap himself, which he may well be. He's sort of jumped out of the way, unless it runs a little bit wide but gets away with it. We'll see as he finishes sector 2 whether that affected Nestek at all. If I was Swiss Stack, I probably would have got out of the way a little bit sooner than that on a straight, rather than at a tricky section of the track, but he did the best job as he could. As Nestek not affected, he goes purple sector 2, 7 tenths up on his previous best time. This could be an incredible lap. He could be in the 38s. That would be a surprise at this stage in qualifying, certainly. So here he goes then. DRS open soon. He can't really lose much time from here. It's just a straight, so he should end 7 tenths up in the 138s, 138.8 probably. 138.9, just in the 138s. That's a really good lap time, and he'll be pleased with that as he gets out of everyone's way. Quite well actually, as Milank starts his out lap. So Villeneuve had a difficult race, last race out at his home Grand Prix in Portugal. Difficult race is probably understatement. It was probably the worst race I've ever seen for him. Yeah, just everything went wrong. Not particularly his fault, but yeah, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Tyre glitches, the wrong tyres went on. That happened to Stevie as well, of course, and probably cost Stevie a shot at the win. That did, and both Ferraris having tyre difficulties when they were pitting, which was interesting. They'll be hoping for none of that today. They're dominating the championship though, despite the tyre glitches and a couple of issues there. 135 points in the lead, 7 races gone. Stevie is leading the championship by 66 points, and he's got a podium every single race so far. In fact, he's only been third once, second and first 3 times apiece. A lot of pole positions for Stevie, but he's on a bit of a dry spell. They're hoping to put that right, but Geodude and Nestek has really come to the front here, and yeah, certainly challenging the Ferraris. Found some consistency after, I think it's the first season of league racing, so they're getting used to things, and yeah, got the consistency now, so should be pretty quick from now on. Baku will be a real test though. Can they keep it out the wall, not lose their front wings? The experience of Stevie and Villeneuve probably helps here. So Villeneuve can only imagine 140.9. He'd be disappointed with that, I think. Yeah, certainly expected at least a 140.5 from Villeneuve. See what Stevie can do then. No, we won't, because it's invalidated. Oh dear. Well, will he pit for a fresh set of tyres, or we just keep going? He's probably running out of ERS, so he's going to really struggle to get it on pole from here. I think he's pitting. Yeah, he's pitting, so he's getting a fresh set of tyres on. Who's next across the line then? Milank retires from the session. He can't do any better. Retired in the pits, of course, not on track, so he's happy. So Swiss Stack is probably outbroke himself at turn 2, as a few of the drivers have, and yeah, not got any damage, I don't think, so he can carry on. So please vote in the comments who's going to win today. We've got Stevie, Villeneuve, or a Geodude, or someone else, of course. Just put in the comments who you think that may be with your vote. I'm not sure on today. I'm going to go a bit radical and go for Villeneuve. I think the experience will keep him on track, and yeah, he'll be wanting to make up from Portimao last time out. He's certainly got a big brain with the strategy, so see if he can use that. He won his race in the USA, first race of the season, using good strategy during the safety car period, so he might be able to take advantage of that here, although he just needs to pick up the pace in qualifying, as I think there's another Another driver gone. No. I think, yeah, oh gosh, just run out of fuel, doesn't he? Yeah. No issues there. Stevie on his out lap. Geodude and Nestek maybe going to get another lap in. Yeah, Geodude comes out. He's on his out lap 2. And Nestek certainly got time to come out if he wants to. Istvod's on a hot lap. Villeneuve on an in lap by the looks of it. And Lee Webb also on a hot lap, so no, he's not. He's 10 seconds down, so he's not on a hot lap. He's probably on in lap. He'll struggle to get in and out, I think, to set another time. So 41.1 is all Lee Webb can manage, it looks like. Unless they're very quick turnaround in the pits, as there's a yellow flag in sector 1 again. I think there's just a few drivers going a little bit slowly. So see what Istvod can do. 40.1. They'll be wanting to get in the 39s. I expected a lot. Oh my word, that's a big collision. He's obviously pushing too hard there. He's gone straight into the wall. That's not good for Istvod at all. He can only do a 40.1, but he's already P4. Oof, when the driver behind comes around that corner and is alarmed to see a car in the middle of the track. Next around the corner, I think, is Villeneuve. And then Stevie on his outlap as well. I think the car will probably be out of the way by then. But yeah, not good for Istvod. Pushing a lot, maybe too hard, as Stevie has a little bit of a panic there, I think. As Villeneuve pits, so Villeneuve can only manage a 40.6. Not enough time to get out again. Nestek trying to get out and do this, and this will be Stevie's last lap, so we're right on board with Stevie. Can he do better than P3? Goes a little bit, when I say wide at turn 1, it's probably the line to be fair, and carries as much speed as possible. Yeah, gets very close to the wall on exit and carries as much speed as he can through turn 2. Heavy braking zone down into turn 3 again, very close to the wall, pushing the limit certainly as he gets to the tricky technical section. As he's 2/10 up, but it's not gone purple. 34.6 is quite a good sector 1 though. Yeah, he's got a lot to do though. 2/10 up, and he's got another few tenths to find if he wants to put it on pole position. He has glanced the wall there. Just a little bit of a tap to the wall. This is really pushing through the castle section, getting very close to the walls indeed. And yeah, cuts the corner, runs a little bit wide, keeps it on the track. Very nicely done. Comes in the corner where we'll definitely see a crash later on, I'm sure. Here we go, can he get it right in qualifying? Just glances that curb and oh, it's really close to the wall. This Stevie is pushing the limits here. The final corner of the track, he's 6/10 up, so he's on track for pole position here if he keeps together through that corner, which he looks like he has. So it looks like Stevie is on for pole position. A Geodude slightly improving, but not enough probably. Although he's quite close to Nestek's time. This is going to be closer between the three of them, I think. Stevie crossed the line, certain to put it on pole. A 38.6, very, very good time from Stevie. As a Geodude crosses the line, but Sector 2's not gone very well at all. So I think this is probably it for a Geodude. And I think Nestek's lost it at the castle section. Yeah, he's invalidated, he's lost it at the castle section. So it looks like Stevie is on pole. Unless there's a miracle from a Geodude here. Which, no, he's not improved. 139.3. Nestek, I think, did go in the wall, so there's only really Swisstack and Toy Style left. Toy Style on inlet by the looks of it, and Swisstack stationary. Letting people by, I guess. I mean, everyone's on a... He doesn't know this, but everyone's on an in-lap or out-lap. So I think that's the end of qualifying. I don't think Nestek's improving. There's 8 seconds down. It would be an absolute rocket ship on the straight if he's going to make 8 seconds up. So it looks like that's the grid then. Stevie's got a pole position. Congratulations to him. He'll be pleased to get back on track after a few difficult races in qualifying. Nestek and a Geodude still up there again, really pushing Stevie to the limits in the last few races. It could be a really good fight again. Istvod binning it in the wall. He doesn't want that in the race, but clearly pushing to try and get even close to these guys who are second ahead of the entire field. Absolutely incredible stuff. Could be a couple of different races we see here, the top 3 and then the rest. Villeneuve, be disappointed with P7. Milan obviously crashing out early. Probably had more time in him than that. How much we'll find out in the race. Difficult qualifying for the old guys of the division, Lee Webb and Fabio. Fabio only in his second race, of course, does use cockpit cam, which is very impressive. and had a really good race. Driver of the day last week in Portimao. Toy Star qualifying P10, I think that's the best qualifying of the season, so yeah, well done for him. And obviously Verova somehow out-qualifying Sackboy, despite having a qualifying ban, but obviously Sackboy binned it in the wall. So it's his own fault really, and T-Rex rounding up the grid. Which is strange. It's strange that he's last, and Verova didn't even come out of the pits, and yeah, T-Rex did to set a couple of sectors, and yeah, strange the way the game goes. So yeah, the top three, a second ahead of the rest of the field. Absolutely incredible. Stevie, Nestek and Geodude, definitely the three to watch in every race. Good little battles throughout. Isfod, Elgard, Milank, the next three, and Villeneuve in the Ferrari in P7. Probably disappointed. He wants to fight for podiums. Just Villeneuve, so be a little bit disappointed with that quali. People underperforming. Certainly Shane Mabs. We don't know what T-Rex and Verova can do, or Sackboy for that matter. But he did show us he can throw it in the wall. So we'll see if he can manage that again in the race. Hopefully everyone doesn't crash out, but I'm afraid there probably will be some DNFs in this race. I'd be very surprised if everyone makes it through the race in one piece. So it looks to be a dry start to the race at least. Not sure on the weather later on. I've not heard anything in the chat, so I'm going to assume it's dry. But what a nice surprise it will be if it rains for the viewers. Keep it interesting towards the end. That's what happened last year in F5. It was dry for most of the race and then rain towards the end, causing chaos in the last few laps. Although there's enough chaos before then, to be fair, so yeah, probably doesn't need rain. So here we are then. And Stevie takes them away for the formation lap. Hopefully everyone is cautious into turn 1 and turn 2 and the rest of the turns in the entire race, but especially turn 1 and 2. Certainly going to be incidents. You know, you don't want to be the one coming in for a front wing on lap 1. So the pole is complete for the who is going to win today, and it's a tie for the lead actually. Stevie, a Geodude, and someone else. I assume that someone else is Nestek. Yeah, so they've got 2 votes apiece, and just the 1 vote for Villeneuve. But you know, he'll want to prove the rest of them wrong and see if he can win this race from P7. You never know; the top 3 could bin it, and anything can happen. So we do have 2 drivers that have managed to crash on the formation lap, it seems. Toy Style and Elliot Parker, the famous front runner, who starts P12. Make your own mind up about that one. So they'll have cold tyres then to start the race. They're probably get mobbed by Shane Mabs. Swisstack on the mediums might struggle. Verova has gone for the softs, as has Sackboy, and T-Rex has gone for the mediums. Going for a nice long stint to start. Stay out of trouble, overtake them all when they pit, and do the massive overcut on them, I think is T-Rex's strategy. Quite a good one, I'd say. Just don't get impatient and yeah, could get yourself in collisions. But that's what you get when you get a qualifying ban, I suppose. It's yeah, they accumulated too many penalty points. It wasn't one incident for either Verova or T-Rex. They just accumulated too many penalty points so far. 6 so far in total each. And that gets you a quali ban. They get to 10, it's a race ban. But hopefully they will have learnt their lesson and stay out of trouble for the rest of the season. So Elgard and Milank was also come together and disqualified themselves from the formation lap. It is only a formation lap, they're not disqualified from the race, so don't panic if you're fans of those 4 drivers. They will still start from that position, they'll just have slightly cold tyres. And may struggle off the line, which just causes even more carnage, to be honest. So for the neutral, this is going to be an exciting start. It shouldn't take too long for the grid to form. They're all pretty bunched nicely. So T-Rex will be wanting to get through the pack as quickly as he can. I'm really excited for this start. I think there's going to be incidents. I'll try and capture them best as I can, but they could be everywhere, so... There we go then. The Baku Grand Prix in F5. It's lights out and away they go, and Stevie gets a really good start and is definitely going to have the better of Nestek around the outside. Nestek and Geodude are probably going to come together. Oh, they've both gone wide. There's collisions at the back. Geodude's dropping down the order. Oh, there's collisions even further back, and everyone's off the track. And yeah, coupling the wall, there might be some damage there as Geodude makes it through. He's back up to P3. I don't know how he's managed that from P5. There's certainly some things going on there as Milank's trying to get the better of Elliot Parker into turn 4. They're going to come together here. Oh, Milank's gone into the wall. He's lost his front wing. There's debris everywhere. Don't get a puncture, guys. And Milank's going to cause absolute carnage here as Villeneuve sort of going through him almost. Oh, this is going to be disastrous for the drivers. If you've got damage like this, you need to get it out of the way, really. It's not a good start for Milank at all. Not bought the virtual safety car or safety car out, and Villeneuve will be desperate to get past here. But do you risk it into the tricky technical section of Castle? He's chosen not to, and Milank's probably going to understeer right into the wall here. He's understeered massively, and Villeneuve's past him. Oh dear, there's a little bit of contact, I think, or he may have ghosted, but Milank is causing absolute chaos here as Sackboy gets... Oh, Sackboy's gone straight into the back of... No, and there's a big traffic jam here. Milank's caused a huge traffic jam, and yeah, people will be lucky to avoid damage here as Milank does get out of the way, and is letting people by now, I think, and then yeah, it's a lost cause. It's causing absolute chaos in this first lap by losing his front wing. And someone else has lost their front wing. I think that might be Sackboy. It's all kicking off towards the back of the grid. As Sackboy's gone, Sackboy's out, he's lost his front wing, and Vinrals is out as well. Vinrals is out as well, he's going to the back of Sackboy by the looks of it, or smashed into the same corner as him, and they've got 2 drivers out on lap 1. That has deployed the safety car, so that'll be music to the ears of Milank, who's lost his front wing and dropped back a lot. He'll be able to pit and catch back up to the queue. But that was a scrappy first lap, it has to be said, as many drivers pit. Presumably they've got damage. Villeneuve hasn't, so he stays out. He's up to P4. He'll be really, really pleased with that start. That'll be fantastic for him. And T-Rex, I mean, you've got to hand it to this guy. He started in last. He's up into P6 on lap 1, and he's managed to get through the college. I'd love to see his lap. That must have been a fantastic bit of driving from T-Rex. He's really bounced back from that quali ban, so well done to him. Fantastic. I'd love to see his onboard. If you can share that after the race, that would be fantastic. It must have been a brilliant lap 1. It's one of the starts of the season, I'd say. As Toy Styles DNF'd as well, and I completely missed that. Where did that happen? I've no idea. It must have happened during the safety car period. Is perhaps binned it into the pit lane? Not a clue. Anyway, 3 drivers out on lap 1, so it does not bode well. Can they break the record of last season where only 6 finished? Hopefully not. We don't want to see that, but already Baku has shown its true colours. It's a very tricky circuit. A few front wings gone already. We should have a front wing counter really, but I've lost count already. It's yeah, and the Sackboy leaves the session in disgust at the 1 lap he had in quali. Well, half a lap in quali and probably half a lap in the race. He's managed 1 lap in the whole weekend. That's not good for Sackboy at all. So the bookies will be paying out on Sackboy as the first one to DNF. Whoever had Sackboy, congratulations. Not sure what the odds would have been on that, but you would have got a little bit of return. So who's next to go? I mean, Milank's shown form there, hasn't he? He's lost his front wing on lap 1. Will he be the one to bin it? Who knows? Should be a short safety car period. It's not going to be in this lap, probably next lap. I mean, I really hope it is in this lap. You know, let's get the race going. But I don't think I've ever seen a safety car out just for one lap. But yeah, it'll be next lap. It'll be in. So there's a short break from the action as we see them all driving quite nicely behind the safety car, no incidents. Oh, that was almost one at the back there. That Haas Milan got very close to Elliot Parker. Very caution, guys, caution under the safety car. Be careful, we can't gain anything. Don't try. So we're focusing on Verova here and his nice green car. Green for Mr. Bean. I think that's got a good ring to it. So Mr. Bean currently ahead of Shade Mabs. Doing very well considering his qualifying ban. But a man that's doing even better is T-Rex. Brilliant stuff, really impressive. Top three, of course. As you'd expect, Stevie, Nestek and a Geodude. Geodude recovering well, actually, from that really poor start. Nestek and a Geodude did come together. Not sure whether that's a reportable incident, but we'll see after the race. Turn 1 can cause chaos, of course, as I think Milank's pitted again. Has he gone softs and then straight into the mediums, or did he have damage again? I'm not sure, but slightly fresher tyres, why not? His last anyway, he might as well pit again. So the man that won last time out, a Geodude in Portimao, his first win of his league racing career, and a really good win it was too. He's deserved to win a few races. He's been really unfortunate with a few incidents here and there. Well, a couple have been his fault, I believe, but yeah, on the whole, he's generally been unfortunate. Deserved to win more than one race. Certainly had the pace. Disconnected, had connection issues from Austria. Definitely had the pace there. He kept going in and out of the session, and I think he still finished fairly high up the order and is really close at the end. So yeah, he'll be looking to push forward in this race and keep challenging Stevie and hopefully eat into his league. I mean, really, all these guys want Stevie to DNF in Baku. It's the best shot for them. You know, he could lose it on his own and go off the track, because that will make the championship bit interesting. But Stevie will be doing everything he can for that not to happen. So the safety car is in this lap, and we'll see what the restart can do. I'm going to focus on Nestek for the restart. Stevie's going to want to go as long as he can before he puts the foot down. No one wants to get a toe here as they do stack up behind him. Don't crash into each other, guys. So they're really bunching up now. They're raring to go. You see Nestek and a Geodude really want to get things going. They're side by side already. Stevie still waits. He waits and waits and waits. When's he going to go? Look at this. The pack's all together. When's he going to go? And there's a 5-second penalty because Elliot Parker and Milank have come together. It can happen when the fields are bunched up like this. And Geodude's probably going to send it on the inside of Nestek. Here he goes then. Down the inside of Nestek for P2. They're 3 wide behind. As Villeneuve's going to get sent into the wall by the looks of this. They're still 3 wide. Oh, there's someone gone. Someone's gone. Villeneuve's out. Villeneuve's out. Oh, there's spins everywhere. Villeneuve's been sent into a wall. Not sure what happened there. They're going 3 wide, but that's it. You can see the Ferrari stricken by the track. But it, yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But Villeneuve has come off the worst. Actually DNFing at the same place I did last season. Istval's going to try and move on Elliot Parker, or the other way around. Istval does stay ahead, and T-Rex. Oh no, T-Rex lost front wing. Did he come together with Villeneuve perhaps? It's possible. He certainly saw him spinning round after that really great recovery. He has now got damage and he'll have to pit for a new front wing as Elliot Parker gets right up behind him, and he'll want to be getting further back than that. Vinrules has left the session, obviously DNFing turn 1. So Shane Mabs gets past Milank at something's happened to Milank. I think he's missed his braking point somewhere, and does have that penalty for that collision with Elliot Parker. Also, there was a collision with the wall there, heavy collision from Lee Webb, as Mr. Bean comes to overtake him. He's probably going to get a really good run on him down the down the straight here. He's right behind him here. They're going to be flat out through this corner. Mr. Bean's going to send it on him. Oh, they're side by side at this corner. As Mr. Bean does get ahead of Lee Webb. Lee Webb's trying to get the switch back on him. He's got a bit of slipstream. Is he going to send it around the outside? Is he going to wait for a better opportunity? He's waiting for a better opportunity. As well done to Verova. He does get by Lee Webb fairly comfortably. There's a Geodude who's got past Stevie. Oh, what am I doing? I apologise to the viewers. I'm missing the battle at the front. I'm not sure where he got past there. Probably into turn 1. There's a couple of drivers pit, obviously, for new front wings. Their front runner, Elliot Parker, currently in last place. Obviously having struggles. Not on form. So Nestek right behind Stevie. Does Stevie have some damage of some sort, perhaps? He's dropping back from a Geodude. So he's probably a little bit cautious through the castle section. It doesn't look like he's got any damage there. He's got a very, very squirrely out of that section. As Nestek's right on the back of him, and he'll be really wanting to get by. And yeah, Stevie's dropping back from a Geodude here. As Elgard's gone. Elgard's gone. He's lost it a strange place there. He's lost it in the middle of the track almost in a straight. Let's see, how's he lost it there? There's a safety car's deployed again. We'll see probably a few people pit here. A Geodude and Stevie, and yeah, a very strange place for Elgard to lose it there. It's a flat out corner. Yeah, not sure. But he's out. That's 5 drivers of the 17 gone already. 5 laps to go. At this rate, 0 drivers will finish. Wouldn't that be fun? So, let's watch people come into the pits. If they come into the pits as well. Oh my word, come on guys. So, we're over pits. Amazing. Everyone pits. Swisstack is in the lead, followed by Istfod and Milank. Milank out of nowhere, just because he's on the medium tyres, 2-lap-old mediums, has jumped everyone in the pits. Oh, what a race this is going to be when the safety car gets deployed. Comes in, I should say. You know what I'm talking about. As, yeah, they're approaching really quick. Be careful, Milank, be careful. That was very, very close. Elliot Parker has DNF'd during the safety car period. What on earth has happened there as T-Rex has gone to the hard tyres, obviously wanted to go to the end. So another driver's gone during the safety car. I've not really seen that very often. I think it happened to Toya style to start with, and now Elliot Parker. I mean, what is going on here, guys? So one more driver goes, and if you finish the race, you're guaranteed points. So, yeah, let's take it easy. All these drivers know. Take it easy. Slow and steady wins the race. I said it before the race, you know. This track is going to cause problems. Stevie's gone to the soft tyres. He's going for the 2-stop then, surely. Or he's had another glitch as he did last week. If that's the case, he'll be absolutely furious. But can the mediums go from lap 6 to the end? It will be very tight. The safety car will help. Yeah, they'll be struggling at the end. So Stevie really needs to get on with it and get past these people. But with a Geodude in front, he's pretty pacey anyway. So yeah, it might be a struggle to get past. Although Baku, fairly good for overtaking all that long pit straight. Penalties, just Milank for that collision. One of the safety cars, he almost smashed into Istfod again. Yeah, just let's be cautious. I mean, what is he doing? Nestek's gone. Nestek's lost it. What has happened here? What is going on here, guys? We keep binning it during safety cars. What is happening? Let's see. Where's he gone there? He's gone to the same place as Elgard. There's some oil on the track. He's completely lost it. He's backwards and he's smashed into the... Wow, Nestek, one of the front runners, has made a huge mistake there. Absolutely tragic. I mean, we don't know what's happened there. It's Milank and Istfod. Istfod's got past Milank somehow. You know, I'm going to put it out there now. And if he doesn't give the position back, it's almost certainly a 5-second penalty and 1 penalty point. Don't know the circumstances, but he should give that place back when the safety car goes in, I would say. Too focused on Nestek. Geodude and Steve will be laughing their heads off there. They'll be very, very pleased that Nestek's gone, as Milank's dropped down, is pitted. So they're probably Probably isn't a penalty for Istvod then. It looks like Milank actually crashed and then everyone's gone by, or Istvod's gone by because obviously Milank has crashed and caused a problem. So, you know, we'll have to look at that one after the race. There's probably nothing in it. He serves his 5 second. Maybe this is tactic, gets a new front wing. And he's at the back of the grid again, so he was in a good position, but at the back. So, the 10 left in then. Wow, Swiss Stack leads. I think that's the first time it's been leading a Grand Prix, but he'll certainly have to pit again, as will Istvod. Maybe even all the medium runners as well behind, they'll be stretching it. Oh, I don't know, probably. It's going to be interesting. Stevie obviously on that different strategy. He's got Mr. Bean behind him, so he'll be very, very, very aware of that. And the Geodude in front, he'll need to get past very quickly, and yeah, he's going to be held up by their medium runners. He needs to get past, and well, he's got work to do again. It's not the first race Stevie's had work to do. He's a really quick driver. He's just finding himself in unfortunate, uncomfortable situations. And he's got to get through traffic and really show his pace. It keeps it interesting though, doesn't it? And you know, we don't want to see Stevie run away with it every week. And Nestek and a Geodude have been the ones to stop that. It's just a shame Nestek has crashed during the safety car. Unbelievable. I don't know whether there's some sort of collision during the safety car, but I don't know. So here we go then, safety car in this lap, I think. Got to be honest, wasn't paying attention, so we'll pretend it is. It looks like they're dropping back, so my apologies. Yeah, here we go, safety car in this lap as Swiss Stack goes. So he's gone, he's caught them off guard. With Geodude already side by side with Istvod. He's going to send it down the inside for sure here. He gets the job done. Has he gone too wide? No, he's kept it well. As Stevie looking very, very hungry on those soft tyres. Ooh, Istvod's gone wide and Stevie's probably got the run on him here, but Verova behind also probably got a run on Stevie. He's not going to go for it. Stevie is using ERS. Come on, give me a better camera angle. No, I don't. And Stevie hasn't sent it down the inside. That's very surprising. He'll be desperate to get past. Geodude's now in P1 and probably just streak away with the lead. And Stevie's coming up to the section of the track where he can't really overtake. And he's clearly quicker than these drivers as Mr. Bean is right up his rear. Stevie hounding Istvod, trying to make him make a mistake. As Mr. Bean goes around the outside. Oh my word, Verova's going to send it into Castle. He's decided against it. Good choice. Very, very good choice. That would have only ended in 2 DNFs there. So well done for backing out of that one. As Stevie getting a little bit scrappy on the exit. I think that one scared him a little bit. It would scare me as well. As a Geodude is already 2 seconds ahead of Swiss Stack. And Stevie will be very conscious of that. Well, as yeah, Istvod past Swiss Stack there after that error. And Stevie will be looking to get past them all as Swiss Stack, has he lost? No, he may have got a bit of damage actually, I'm not sure. Oh, this is close between these drivers here. Stevie, Mr. Bean and Swiss Stack all almost going to be 3 wide by the end of this corner. As here comes Stevie. They just can't get past them as Istvod's in the mix as well. There's going to be about 4 wide. So Istvod and Swiss Stack side by side. We've got a good view of it here. As Stevie goes around the outside, very, very good. And Verova is on the inside of Swiss Stack. He's going to send it down the inside of Swiss Stack. There's contact, almost inevitable. Yeah, they're both in the wall. We knew that was going to happen, didn't we? As someone has just gone straight on at turn 1 at Shade Mabs, don't think he's got any damage, just apart from his damage to his dignity, of course. Well, now he's plumb last. But yes, there was contact between Swiss Stack and Verova. was almost guaranteed in that situation. We knew it was going to happen, and it did. But here we go then, the Geodude absolutely miles in front already, 4-second lead, but no doubt another safety car in the future will take that lead out and Stevie will catch up again, so let's not worry about that. Although Stevie does have to put on the mediums, and a Geodude will, you know, depending on when the safety car comes out, could put on the softs, or he'll have to go to the mediums again as well, so just neutralise things. The safety car again, as Swistak is doing a 50 million point turn. Not sure that's how I suppose it is. Shade Mabs has caught up with him. He'll be very pleased to see that. So Swistak lost his front wing, of course. Lost it in the castle section. Another safety car. Oh, I need to get my fact book out for this one. Otherwise... Oh, wow, dear me. And another driver has retired on the safety car. And this is just getting funny now. A Swistak, for no apparent reason, decides to try and... oh, sorry, it's funny. Decides to try and push as much as he can under the safety car, despite the fact he's going to pit and catch back up to the queue anyway. And he's just sent it straight into the wall at that corner where no one can really lose the car in a normal situation. And 3 of the drivers today have lost it. So Stevie pits. It's going on to the mediums to the end. I suspect this could be interesting towards the end of the race, as the 3 in front might try and hang it out to the end on slightly fresher tyres. Will Stevie get out in front of Shade Mabs? It's worked brilliantly for Shade Mabs, this safety car. The race is never over in Baku. Never over in Baku. Anything could happen. So all drivers were guaranteed points. And Swistak's thrown it away. There's no other word for it. He was leading the race at one point. It's just gone from bad to worse. I think the winners of that safety car... I mean, Isfod's not going to make it to the end on the softs. Stevie's in probably the best position here, but Geodude and Lee Webb might be able to stretch that out, but it could get interesting towards the end, and obviously T-Rex going to the end on the hard tyres, without a doubt, but will be slower. So 8 DNFs, 10 laps gone. We've only had probably 3 racing laps, and we've had 8 DNFs. This could be the first ever race with no finishes. That'd be incredible. Baku, a tricky circuit. We knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen today. There's not even any rain. So if you like to see incidents, you like to see crashes, tune in this weekend, because there'll be a lot of them around Baku. Fingers crossed it gets better as the week goes on. The weekend goes on, I should say. So another lap behind the safety car. Probably got about 2 minutes to do something. I could sing a song for you guys, but no, we'll lose all the viewers and your ears will start bleeding, so I'm not going to try that one. Instead, we could give you a few T-Rex facts, as we do focus on the dinosaur here. They're not actually the fastest and biggest predator of their, you know, rough size. You've got the other dinosaurs like the Allosaurus and the Carnotaurus, which are actually got longer arms and a little bit better predators, to be honest, in my opinion. But the T-Rex has obviously got their name for being louder than in the Jurassic Park films. If you've not watched them, highly recommend. Great films. The favourite dinosaur of mine is the Velociraptor, but that's a little bit of a mouthful, so Oroninosaurus does get the nickname T-Rex. I suppose Diplodocus is quite a nice dinosaur with a really long neck. I don't think any of the drivers have long necks, so no nicknames for those. Anyway, back to Formula 1. Enough of dinosaurs. Let's focus on Shade Mabs, very experienced driver. On 4-lap old mediums, may try and go to the end. Uses what's it called? The chase cam. which is very unusual in F1. You don't see many drivers use the chase cam. You know, this isn't GTA after all, but Shababs likes it. It works for him. Not gonna knock it. You know, everyone's different, aren't they? Me, for example, can't use manual gears. Cannot do it to save my life. Everyone's different. Milan gone onto the hard tyres and almost smashed into the back of someone again. I think that's about the 4th time I've seen him do that this race. Has collided once, of course, and got that 5-second penalty. Has he got another 5-second penalty? No, just 3 for exceeding track limits in a track with no real corners you can cut, but you can do it occasionally, I suppose. So we're about to get racing again. Safety car in this lap, and this time a Geodude. We've seen everyone else go really slow and really close up to the line. Will he go early, or will he have the same tactic? You do lose the element of surprise if you go right up to that line, but you also don't have the tow for very long, and no chance behind for the passers. So when's he going to go then? It's got to go soon. He's really pushing it. I think he's gone. Yep, there we go. And the pack is really bunched up. And T-Rex may make the move on Webb here. Very, very close behind. He's going to send it down the inside. He's probably got the job done. As Webb gives him a little bit of space. He's just trying to hold on around the outside. As Istvod is also in the mix now. As he goes down the inside of Webb. Not a good start for Webb at all. Has Stevie also got a better exit than Webb? It looks that way. He's using all his ERS, and Webb's just going backwards, unfortunately. He must have really cold tyres due to the... I mean, they are worn. I mean, Mr. Bean's lost it. Mr. Bean's gone. But we'll focus on this. Stevie has gone by. Will that be another safety car? I hope not. Surely not. As... yeah, it looks like Mr. Bean did lose the Osso zone. Never mind. No points, of course, if you DNF before 90%, and we are not even at 50% yet, guys. And we've lost more than 50% of the drivers, as that looked like a bit of a corner from Stevie, but they may have got away with it. Oh, there's another DNF. Milank's gone. This is just what is happening here, guys. Milank's lost it. So we have 7 drivers left, 12 laps gone. It's a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. Safety car's been deployed again. I don't know what to say. I mean, if these guys can't use caution now, 12 laps in with only 7 riders. Riders? We're not a MotoGP, this is drivers. Please accept my apologies. It's been a long week. 7 cars left. 7. I'm gobsmacked. Does anyone pit? A Geodude pits. T-Rex stays out on the hard... Oh, no, he doesn't. He, what is wrong with people? So, he cuts the corner to the... Well, cuts the pit lane entry. I'll refer to the steward panel on that one. These people know I'm not a nice steward. I give out penalties for things like that. People have to follow the rules. So Geodude comes out in P5. T-Rex P6, Webb in... I don't want to call it last place. I don't want to call it last place. He's in 7th. This is how you're supposed to drive around Baku. Oh no! I've jinxed it. I've jinxed it there. So I'd like to correct myself. You're supposed to be clean, consistent, reserved. That's what I meant, and that's what Webb is throughout the entire season so far. What you're not supposed to do is cross the white line on pit exit and get a 5-second penalty. Just to clarify, that's not the type of driving that we're looking for here. What a shame. Will he pit again and serve the penalty? I think it's doable. Does Webb know? Not sure. If it was me, I'd probably pit again if I've got another set of mediums, but I'm not sure he has. Well, I can only apologise to Webb. I feel like it's my fault. commentator's curse at its finest. At the strangest of places. I mean, crossing right line on pit exit. At least the game's giving it out for me, and I didn't have to give it out this time. That's the best thing. Me being the steward, of course, for F5 as well as comms. I think commentating is more enjoyable than stewarding. You cannot keep people happy stewarding, but commentating. Certainly enjoy watching these races and these guys fight. So another lap of the safety car. We're running out of facts. We've done the dinosaur thing. We'll leave that one. Stevie has won the championship before, not last season. Sorry, mate. AlphaTauri just too strong for him. But we'll be looking to get it back this season, and certainly on track to do that. Yeah, podium every race, and if he keeps it together here, he'll get another one. Anything can happen though. We know this. We've watched the race. Shade Mab's up to P3. Will he get that elusive podium? I don't think he's been in this several seasons. Not sure how many, but certainly more than 2, maybe since season 4-ish. But yeah, Shade Mab's I don't think he's ever got a podium. Now, I'm sorry if I'm wrong there, and I'm doing him a disservice, but I don't think he's ever got a podium. He came close in Monza last season due to rain and everything else, and he's come close a couple of times this year as well, this season. From what I've seen, but can he keep those mediums to the end of the race? Or will there be another 4 DNFs and Shea Mabs ends up on the podium just by default? Wouldn't that be a strange way to get your first podium? I'm not sure he'd like that really. You want to earn it. You don't want to. I suppose you have earned it though. You know, if you keep it on the track around Baku and you know 14 other drivers can't, fair enough. Take the points. You know, it's one of them. So, 6th finished last season out of 20. We're on 7. Do we want the record to be broken? I don't think we do. I think we want all these 7 to go to the end. No more safety cars. I think, is that 3 now? I've lost count. I think I said 3 beforehand, or at least 4, but... And don't forget the safety cars are reduced here, guys. And I did check before. I checked the settings before, and the safety cars are on reduced 100%. We just have had so many cars across the middle of the track after colliding with the walls. For asking if I do like commenting, I do really enjoy it actually. Much more enjoyable than stewarding, like I say. And yeah, to be fair, commentating's the best part of my weekend. I just prefer to driving now, which is interesting. But F3 is a little bit suspect drivers, so I don't like the incidents we get involved in, and the off-track behaviour is a bit smelly as well. So we prefer F5, much better example. So safety car in this lap. Isfod going to be rapid on those softs, but they'll soon run out, and Stevie right behind and looking to win this race. As Geodude a little bit behind will cause a threat, I'm sure, as the pack. Can we call it a pack? There's only 7 of them. Bunch up. As we get going, Isfod's gone. Fabio seems to have been fighting with the Geodude. They're very, very close behind. I don't think Stevie's going to make it. As yeah, they're 3 wide. As T-Rex and Geodude go side by side. T-Rex, is he going to send it down the inside into turn 2? No, very wise. Stevie looking to get close to Isfod, but might just stay behind him because we know Isfod's going to have to pit again. So he does want to make that gap to a Geodude as big as possible, though. As Geodude almost goes into the back of Shade Mabs there. That was close. Really desperate to get past Shade Mabs. Shade Mabs probably holding him up here on the older tyres, but he's not going to get through sector 2. So it's probably this corner or nothing, but that would be a bit of a send. We don't want to see them. He's gaining. Will he send it down the inside here? Thought better of it. Patient, good driving. It's T-Rex in P5 after that qualifying ban. Say he's had a good race, but he's been involved in a couple of contacts. I think lost front wing here, so he's just sort of P5 by not DNFing. Here they go then, side by side. Geodude's managed to get past Shade Mabs at an unorthodox position, as has T-Rex. Shade Mabs, of course, Looking for that podium, not going to get it like that. It doesn't look to have damage actually, so it's just pure pace on those older tyres. As Geodude can get on the back of Stevie. Stevie going for the move on Istvod. He wants to get as far away as possible. No DRS, of course, because the safety car was only in the last lap. I think, has DRS been enabled yet this lap? I'm not sure it has, to be honest. Istvod goes to the inside to defend. Stevie going around the outside. Istvod closing the door, going back to the racing line. Stevie does set the fastest lap of the race, which is a fairly slow fastest lap, to be honest, but we haven't really had a racing lap, as behind T-Rex is close. I thought he was close to Judo, he's not. Fabio and Leo getting past Shade Mobs as well, he's just going backwards. He'll be open for another safety car towards the end and put the soft tyres on and see what he can do. Stevie will be absolutely furious if he wanted to get through Istvod as soon as possible. Istvod's tyres will be going off now. It's coming up to that section of the track where he can't overtake, and he really needs to get the job done at the next straight. So they've both got similar ERS, and of course no DRS yet, as Geodude is just closing and closing, and T-Rex also has got pace, I will add actually. I've been talking about Nestek and Geodude causing problems for Stevie, but T-Rex has also got pace, is just a bit incident prone, and yeah, gets caught up in too many incidents, loses his front wing, and isn't as cautious as the others, and that's why he's not got as good results in recent races, to be honest. It's a bit brutal, but it's true. You know, Geodude and Nestek being rewarded for being clean, as is Stevie actually. Obviously Nestek sending it into a wall today, but it can happen. Under the safety car, strange, but anyway. So Stevie and Geodude very, very close to one another. Could be 3 wide into turn 1. This could be interesting, but Geodude is dropping back a little bit. They're all using ERS apart from Istvod, so Stevie's going to send it down the outside of Istvod. Pretty easy move. Is Geodude going to get it as well? I think Istvod's pits, so yeah, easy overtake for Istvod. Geodude sets the fastest lap of the race, catching Stevie at an alarming rate. And here we go then. Here's the fight for the front. Lee Webb and Fabio going side by side. This is a battle. As Lee Webb going to, he's very cautious, very good driving. He could have sent it down the inside. Different drivers would have sent it down the inside there, as Stevie loses out to a Geodude. Well, again we missed the battle for the lead. Lee Webb and Fabio are side by side again. This is a great battle between the old guys of the division. Fantastic to see. Love it. Lee Webb obviously with that 5-second penalty for crossing the white line on pit exit, which he needs to either serve or yeah, get 5 seconds down the road. Look at the gap these guys have pulled out. 7 seconds to Lee Webb already, and it's only a couple of laps gone, as Geodude, Stevie and T-Rex all showing the pace. Stevie going to be one that's struggling here. He's got all the tyres. He's going to probably be hoping for a safety car and everyone pits onto the softs, but could happen, could happen. Chances are it will. I'm thinking, who's gonna bin it here? They're quite safe drivers. They're quite clean. I'm not sure who's going to lose the car and crash, to be honest. But I'm not gonna put my money on anyone. They've done well to make it this far. Geodude sets a purple sector 2 as they're really ramping up the pace now. As Stevie has dropped off and T-Rex is going to be all over the back of him on the pit straight. Stevie does have more ERS to defend. But DRS is enabled, so it should be an easy pass for T-Rex. Very easy. So he gets past Stevie, and Stevie will be so annoyed that he's on older tyres. Just not felt right for him this race. You know, still keeps it on track. He'll pick up the podium, of course, but you know, he wants the wins. He's a racer. He's a championship leader. You know, ex-championship winner. He wants to win these races. Not satisfied with podiums. And with his pace, shouldn't be. So this is the battle as the track does the drivers start to disperse a little bit. No real battles further down the field. Fabio dropped away from Lee Webb now. Lee Webb wanting to get that 5-second gap, of course. As T-Rex has a bit of a moment there, going to Castle. A little bit cautious, as you probably should be during that section of the track in the race. Has caught up to a Geodude. Has he got the pace to win this after the qualifying ban? Obviously provisional. There could be some reports coming the way of all these drivers after the race. I'm sure drivers further back didn't all lose it on their own, but I don't think we saw many of them, so we'll have to wait and see until after the races. T-Rex just go a little bit wide. Probably not close enough to Geodude this lap, 8 tenths behind, but he's gaining at a fast pace. Isfod also quite close to Shane Mars, might cut to that in a little while, is losing time. T-Rex is gaining, he's out of ERS though. Won't be gaining a position this lap, as he does set the fastest lap of the race though, so it really puts the pressure onto a Geodude and forces him into errors as time goes on. Isfod very, very close to Shade Mabs. Here we go then. Isfod on Shade Mabs. The two Alpines. No team orders here, I don't think. I think it's just pure pace on the fresher tyres as Isfod gets past Shade Mabs. Probably the one of the easiest overtakes he's ever done. So some comments in chat saying at least Stevie has to pit. I'm not sure he does. He can probably stretch it out to the end, and even if he does, he'll probably have made the gap to Lee Webb anyway, on his pace. But yeah, I think he can probably just stretch it out and just be slow at the end and take the podium. We'll see what he chooses to do. If he gets the gap, he'll go on the softs and try and get fastest lap. So keeps it interesting because T-Rex still just on the back of a Geodude. A Geodude pulled out a little bit through sector 1 and 2. Will T-Rex be close enough for DRS this lap? It doesn't look that way. So who's going to win then, guys? Will it be a Geodude, will it be T-Rex, or will it be someone else? Obviously my bet of Villeneuve's gone down the pan, so never listen to me. No battles at all here as Lee Webb is 10 seconds behind the front three. And Fabio dropping back a little bit as well, and Isfod and Shade Mabs way behind. Shade Mabs lost a lot of time actually to his teammate Isfod. If I'm Shade Mabs towards the end, I'll be pitting and trying to get that fastest lap off. I think a Geodude has got it at the moment. What am I doing? There we go, fastest lap. No, T-Rex has got it, my mistake, apologies. T-Rex is all pretty quick. 30 miles an hour top speed, I believe. I think in a previous race I said 40. I've since looked it up and I think it is 30, so my sincere apologies to the dinosaur fans. Who's going to lose it at Castle? Let's watch them all through Castle and see if someone wins in the wall like Charles Leclerc, who is going to be stupid. Will it be Lee Webb? Not normally one to be stupid, has to be said. He's been very consistent through the season so far, and yeah, makes it through nicely. Fabio and Cockpit Cam through there must be an absolute pain, as Isfod very, very cautious through there as well. Will Shade Mabs bin it? Here we go. No, just very slow. Very slow, in fact. More caution than needed, probably. So 6 laps to go. Probably no more pit stops. I think Shade Mabs probably does have to pit, so he'll probably get on them softs and go for the fastest lap. Whether he'll get it is another question. Hopefully T-Rex can pick up the pace and make a grandstand finish. But he is dropping back a little bit each lap to Geodude, who's got a lot of pace, it has to be said. And Stevie dropping back because of obviously slightly older tyres. Can't keep up. Lee Webb, another good race from him, fairly consistent. P4 would be a good result, I'd say, with the pace of the front three, and you know, Nestek, who's obviously out. And P5 for the second race for Fabio is another good result from him. So Shea Mabs does pit probably earlier than I would have done for the soft tyres. I would have waited till last couple of laps to make sure I really have low fuel and can really go for it. But each their own. Shea Mabs very experienced, more so than me actually. So I'd bow down to his greater knowledge. Is there anyone else who can do a similar thing? I mean, now Shea Mabs has pitted so early, Isfod could do the same. But he is only 1.4 behind Fabio, so Fabio's on old tyres, so he'll be looking to get that move done. This is probably the battle, as T-Rex does drop even further back from a Geodude, and I think a Geodude's got this in the bag. Is he cruising? Probably not. You know, he's wanted to really push that. You know, he's only 2 seconds ahead, so he's not going to be cruising too much, so... yeah, there could still be instant in front, but I think that's probably the last of the safety car, guys. We're going to have a bit of a celebration. I think that was 3, could have been 4, lost count. We've certainly lost more than 4 drivers, and the pit crews have been busy in the pits with the front wings. Not sure there's much carbon fibre left in Baku after today, apart from all over the track, of course. So, Fabio defends against Isfod. Isfod a little bit too far back, I think, this time. Will he get him into the next straight? He wants a nice clean exit. He looks to have that, and it looks like he's definitely got the run on Fabio here. Fabio very low on ERS, and it should be an easy pass for Isfod. And Fabio won't defend too hard here, I don't think. He'll be hoping to stay in his DRS and maybe get him back later on, but on those old tyres, probably won't be able to keep touch through Sector 2. Find Fabio now. If Isfod does indeed get away from him, you know, you've got 30-second gap to Shea Mabs. Pit and get the fastest lap. Let's do it. Then Isfod can pit, then Lee Webb can pit, then Stevie can pit, and then we have a nice little everyone pits and goes on the soft tyres. That'd be wonderful. But yeah, maybe Fabio leaves it, you know, tactically until the last possible moment. And of course Shea Mabs can pit again. Is Shea Mabs on for fastest lap? We don't know. We won't know until he goes through Sector 2, which is in a little while, so we'll stick with someone. Yeah, T-Rex just about keeping touch now. It's I feel like a Geodude's probably got this in the bag, fairly comfortable. Not going to be too many position changes here. Could always be a crash though. We'll watch them all through the castle section when they get around to it. So Shea Mabs is 6/10 up on his best time. What is his best time? Question on everyone's lips. His best time is a 46.5. I don't think he's going to challenge for fastest lap unless he makes up almost, well, not even worth doing the maths, Jack. So coming up to Sector 2, I think there looks to be a little bit, it looked closer, but it's actually further away. It's my eyesight. Need to go to Specsavers as Geodude. Cuts the corner a little, probably got away with it. Here he comes through Castle. He's made it. Here's the T-Rex. Also made it. Here comes Stevie, 7 seconds behind. Old tyres, could he have a bit of a moment into the wall? No, he's not even trying. Not even trying. We've got 12 seconds to wait until Lee Webb has a go. Everyone taking that line through that corner. It's obviously the line to take. I should probably try it myself. Here comes Lee Webb, very cautious. You know, no one's fighting for anything. They're just very cautious through this corner. Here he goes then, Fabio, driver of the day last week, very cautious as well. And Shea Mabs 30 seconds behind. We will hope that he's pushing and see if he gets a little bit closer to that wall just to make things a little bit exciting. He's gone purple in Sector 1. Here we go then. He's got a fastest lap attempt from Shea Mabs. He's going to be really pushing through the castle section. He's got absolutely full send through the castle section. Here we go, mate. Here you go. You've caught up a lot to Fabio, actually. He's gone for it. Oh, he's got quite close to the walls. He is pushing, really pushing. Caught that corner nicely. Runs a little bit wide. No, doesn't actually on exit. He's using his ERS, so he's definitely going for this fastest lap here. Let's see if he can do it. He's not binned it at the corner where 3 other drivers have binned it this race. 2 of which under a safety car, I think. Shea Mabs has left a little bit of time on the table there. He's not made the most of that. 7/10 up, still not good enough. His Sector 2 time is just not good enough at all to challenge for the fastest lap, it would seem. But P7, not a bad result. So Fabio should be pitting this lap. If he wants to have a chance at the fastest lap, it's 5 seconds above Misfod. He should certainly be pitting, in my opinion. Tactically, that's the right thing to do, to try and get the fastest lap. We'll see if he goes for it. Here he comes then, a Geodude. No. T-Rex. Also no. Stevie. Oh no, that's not the corner. It's too far back. Here we go. Here he comes then. Is he going to push? Oh. Not even try through that corner with Stevie. Think of the fans. Here comes Lee Webb. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. Someone's gone. Oh, it's T-Rex. T-Rex is gone. He's lost it. Has he lost his front wing? Stevie goes past him. Stevie goes past T-Rex, and there's some excitement towards the end of the race. He doesn't appear to have lost his front wing. He's just got in a little bit too deep. And this could be a good end to the race with T-Rex on fresher tyres. He's got DRS now. He'll be absolutely livid with himself, and he'll be wanting to get past Stevie to make up for that. Horrendous error, it's got to be said. Horrendous error. Very disappointed. Here he comes then. He's 9 tenths back. He's got no ERS. Stevie has also got no ERS. This is the battle to watch. Not this corner. Will it be the next DRS straight as Fabio? Does Fabio pit? No. So he's not going for the fastest lap. T-Rex too far back here. I think T-Rex has done this for the fans. He just wanted a good finish for the fans here. May regret it if he doesn't finish P2. But well done, sir, for making it interesting. Someone else has gone. Someone else has gone. Who is it? Ah. It's Isfod. It's not Isfod. It's Shade Maps. Shade Maps has DNF'd. Oh, I couldn't get on him quick enough. I apologise. He's gone. He's gone. He's lost it. Oh, what an absolute disaster for Shade Maps. There'll be no safety car. We're too far towards the end of the race, but there will be a yellow flag in that section. It'll probably be gone by that point. And the race is really spiced up here, and T-Rex and Stevie will be pushing like crazy. Isfod actually really close to Lee Webb as well. There's battles everywhere. What's happening? Clearly the drivers thought we were getting bored and thought we need some excitement. 6 drivers remain. Not quite broke that record of last season, guys. Keep it together. T-Rex is going to be all over the back of Stevie. They've saved DRS around this lap, but they'll both be deploying, and I think T-Rex on fresher tyres will probably have the job done this lap. He's losing a bit of time. He's gaining now, gaining. He's going to have DRS. He's going to have the DRS as well. He's gaining at an alarming rate, and he's already passed him before the DRS straight, and Stevie will be trying desperately to get in that slipstream. Straight in the slipstream. Almost lost his front wing. He'll be saving his ERS for the next straight, probably. Or will he get him on the final lap? Oh, this would be fantastic tactics from Stevie. If he gets him on the final lap, that would get aggressive, I think, on the defence from T-Rex if he does that. Or will he try it into turn 4? This is the battle, guys. Stevie versus T-Rex. Stevie really struggling on exit. He's struggling with those 15-lap-old tyres. I'm not surprised, but he is catching T-Rex. He needs to try and keep it together through Sector 2. And then will he get him on the line? It's possible. We've seen it happen before in Baku. Think of Bottas and Stroll. Stevie, can he keep it together? I really want him to hold it together through this sector so we have a photo finish on the line. That'd be fantastic for the fans, as of course the Geodude is walking away with this, not even running away with this, walking now. He's gone to complete snail pace. No need to push at all here. As they go through Castle, they're going to be pushing like crazy. Stevie needs to push to catch him up. Will he push too much? No, he's kept it together. He's still within that DRS zone. Can he keep it that way? This could be a fantastic end for Stevie. Oh, he's just got out of the DRS zone as T-Rex. Come on, can he get in there? It's one corner. Oh, Stevie sent it. He's absolutely sent it, and he's gained loads of time. He's in the DRS zone. This is fantastic stuff. Oh, and T-Rex goes wide. T-Rex goes wide. As we do, of course, see a Geodude win the race as a formality. That's done. Okay. Here we go then, Stevie. Can you get him on the line? This is going to be quite close. I think he's 6 tenths. Oh, he's not going to make it, I don't think. He's going to get really aggressive on defence, is T-Rex. 4 tenths. 3 tenths. The line's coming up very quick. Will it happen? Oh, 2 tenths. Oh, he's going to be close. Oh, he's not quite done it. He's finished 1 tenth behind T-Rex, and what a battle that was. I was so close on the line. Oh, guys, you made it exciting towards the end. Well done. As Lee Webb crossed the line with that 5-second penalty, will drop him back to P5. Still not a bad result for him. And Istvad in P4, of course, as Fabio going to finish up in P6, otherwise known as last place in this race. So we equalled last season's record of 6 finishes, although last season did have 20 starters, it must be noted. So yeah, they've not had as many DNFs. So driver of the day is T-Rex. I mean, well, I'm not sure. Can you really argue with that after the qualifying ban? Probably not, but yeah, did lose his front wing a few times and all sorts. Had a great race, really dominant. Definitely, as T-Rex does get fastest lap though. So 53 minutes that was, due to that very long, say one safety car period. There's several, and I don't know whether shade maps now +3 laps is not 90% distance, so you won't actually get points. I don't think. I will have to double check that, but I don't think you'll get points. So the 6 finishers then: the Geodude, T-Rex, Stevie. The podium, Stevie keeping his podium streak alive. Istvad in P4, good performance from him. Lee Webb P5 and Fabio P6. Everyone else in the race DNFing. Absolutely fantastic driving from those guys. Congratulations, Shade Mabs, Milank, Mr. Bean. Swiss Deck, Nest Deck losing it under the safety car thing. Elliot Parker, the front runner, finished P12. Elgard P13. Villeneuve P14, disappointed of him. Toy Style 15, Sackboy 16, and Finn Rules P17. Well, exciting towards the end, and exciting throughout the race. The safety car periods are a little bit dull, but that's what you get around Baku. Yeah, well done, Geodude. Another good win. So, I've been Jack Bailey. Join us for the rest of the Ero races over the weekend. F3 is a good one to watch. I race in F3 along with my teammate Jacob Tucker, who's much quicker than everyone in the world. So yeah, tune in to see him win that race, and yeah, I'll see you next week commentating off F5. Hopefully less DNFs. See ya.